Yeah, I just wanted to make a video about resiliency. Uh, you know, in my first video this morning, that it sounded like I was very negative about it. I mean, these things happen. Tomorrow or Wednesday morning, it'll be up 5,000, 10,000 bucks up again. That's how my account is, and I'm used to it. Resiliency. You have to be. It's not something that all of a sudden you wake up and like, oh yeah, I'm a tough guy and I'm going to invest in the stock market or invest in anything that you do. You have to have a certain amount of. It doesn't require courage. It's not courage. It's knowing. Doing your research, looking at the numbers, to see if your investment is going to be good. And then you put it out there. You let it roll. And it takes time sometimes. Don't expect it, unless you're a day trader or a scalper, that's a different thing. But if you expect it to do something long term, it takes a while. It can take a year. We've been waiting on our Grayscale stuff, and a year, 2 years, 3 years. I think 3 years is the most, but we've been waiting. Me, it's two and a quarter years, maybe 2.5, 2.25 years, I think, that I got into them, and April 2024, I go, here we go, And then it came down again. And then in January of 2025, it started going up. And yeah, all right, here we go. Now it's boom. And recently, a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and everything was looking great. I got Zcash going up, and all of a sudden it's it's like a balloon that just doesn't want to inflate, and but it's pulsing, and that's what I like about it. It's not that it's like all of a sudden the crazy money starts coming in, like watching Zcash. That was beautiful. Or at Litecoin or Bitcoin Cash back in 2024. It's like, wow, this is where I'm back on track. But these are things that are pulsing. It's like energy that wants to come in. It wants to come in and fill the voids. And I'm in it for long term. A lot of people are in it for long term. This is not good for so somebody that just wants to make a quick buck and a month from now become a millionaire. It could happen. It could happen next month. Somebody just gets into Grayscale trusts, and I'm not a spokesman for them, or I don't. It's just they have these trusts based on cryptocurrency, and that's what I'm into, cryptocurrency, the native and Grayscale. I like both, but it's just like any other investing that you have to let it roll. And days like today, days like it happened a few days ago, where things just almost crash. You can almost say that it's almost like a little mini crash. They go back up, and sometimes it's like the markets are or the people are trying to figure out what it is that they want to put their money in. And we haven't seen the altcoins yet, although some have done their little thing. Zcash has done its thing. Dash has done its thing. Yeah, it's gone down, but then even earlier, about a year ago, Stellar Lumens was doing really good, and some of the other coins, they're just going. It's not like before, where anything that you bought would go up. garbage would go up. Today it's different. It's a different crowd. It's different people. And Bitcoin is the dominating factor again. Once that's over with Bitcoin, like I say, once it's, once these others start igniting, people are going to take notice and they're going to say, what the hell? I'm not going to be left behind. I'm going in, and that's where the crazy money comes in. And that's where we got them. We got the stuff. You want to buy them from us? Yeah, we'll sell them at a good price. So what I'm saying is, don't let the every second that the market updates. Don't watch it too much. Just go do something. Like I say, go rotate the tires on your car. Although I don't think anybody rotates tires anymore. That's what people used to do a long time ago, or do an oil change or something like that, or just do something different. If you did your job, if you did your planning, now unless you get into something risky and something goofy like the meme coin craze that's been going on, I'm not gonna say it's not investing. It's just like throwing money at something and letting hopefully you get out before everybody else gets out. That's not investing. But just be resilient in your in your work, in your the amount of energy that you put into researching these things. Sometimes it takes longer, and I'm not saying that these things are going to pop. They should, but there's also the possibility that a very slim possibility that I see that. They may never pop. I don't think so. That's why I'm still in it. That's why I'm just letting it roll. And if I didn't think, if for 1 minute I thought that they were not gonna make it, they may not make it. Maybe this year, they might not make it next year. But sooner or later, I believe that they'll pop in a big way. not what Zcash did the last month, or Dash, or Stellar Lumens, or any of the other ones, but big pops, big gains. And this could happen after the ETFs, if they're ever converted into ETFs, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, LTCN, BCHG, if they're ever converted, they still have a possibility of them popping. Even the market maker cannot control the prices once something is going crazy. They cannot control the price. So I still see big movements, especially with the premiums. That's the way I see it. Again, no advice. I'm not giving you guys advice or anything like that, but I just wanted to do a little talk about the markets and Wall Street and cryptocurrency and anything that you invest in, currencies, forex, what else, futures, whatever commodities, whatever it is that you invest in. Even real estate, for instance. Even real estate is like, it took me a long time for that first property that I had for it to be worth a lot of money. To me, it was a lot of money. The first year that I bought it, $125,000. I checked the prices a couple years later to see, it's not moving. 5 years later, it might have gone up in price, maybe $150,000 or so. 25,000 and 25,000. Your money leaves, goes into commissions, real estate commissions, and the rest the government gets for profits or whatever, any profits that you make. it wasn't until about the 10th year that it's probably worth about 300,000, and it wasn't until the 15th year that I was able to sell it for 650,000. That was a nice. Not that I doubled my money. I mean, it was the mortgage. I gained the mortgage amount, so it was a beautiful gain. But it took 15 years. It took 15 years. Had I, of course, now that I know other things, had I taken that money and just put it into something else afterwards, I'd be really well set up. And I've talked about that in my wealth generator that I talk about. I've talked about it. Look at my older videos. I talk about it quite a bit. And like I say, any of you guys that are in your 20s or your teens, or guys or girls, whatever you are, it's like, look at that, what I talk about. Look at that, what I talk about. But most people don't, and it's unfortunate. I haven't had one person tell me, "Hey, Jim, I looked into this, and it's like, this is wonderful. Can't wait to get my first contract going." Nobody has told me, yeah, I looked into it. It's great. Not one person, not one. And then again, my channel doesn't get many views or anything like that, but I would expect at least, out of 50 people or whatever that come and look at my videos, one would say, yeah, this is sounds good. Anyways, resiliency, be resilient, and you should be okay. I'll talk to you in the next video, guys, and have a good afternoon. We're still kind of not doing good. Let's see what, December 1st, hey, next month. So let's see what happens the rest of the month. Hopefully it turns around in a big way. If not 2026, if not 2020, forget it. Like I say, shut off your computers, your internet, go do something else. It's like, don't look at every tick. Okay, take care, guys.